Hey guys, it's been a while. Oh, if you hadn't seen my last Lotus video, maybe you weren't clued in, but I needed to take a break from Minecraft, and this is partly why. I've been trying to finish off this town so I can move on to other places in my single player world. It's just not happening. I can't. I've just lost motivation and trying to force some creativity to get some builds designed. It's just not happening. So I'm taking a drastic step and we're going to just leave. We're going to leave and we're just going to find a new place to start over. I've picked a spot kind of about 25,000 blocks away. I think it's something like that. It's a long way away. And I'm going to just fly over there in the nether. So, where is it? It's there, starting over. Okay, we made it. Right. About here, we're going to build our portal. Realizing now I didn't bring a flint and steel. Don't worry, I can fix that. There we go. Boom, nailed it. Okay, let's go through and see what we're dealing with. So, let's have a look. Hold on. We are... Ooh, I don't have better F3. What's going on here? Okay. So, yeah, minus 19,800. We're 20,000 blocks, 20,000 blocks away, roughly, from the town I was just in. We've got all this new fun terrain. I'm 20,000 blocks away from all my stuff. Okay, some of this stuff is for the future. I've brought some banners with me. If you've watched any of my previous single player world stuff, you might know what these banners represent. And then I've got a lectern, a notebook and quill, because every time I start a new place, I like to mark it with the date and all that stuff. But we're not there yet. I've got to first get rid of all my stuff. And by get rid, I mean put it away. So here we go. The only things I'm giving myself are going to be these two pickaxes and some bone blocks. And that's just so I don't have to, like, luckily find a skeleton spawner or go out of my way to make a bone meal farm or something. We can hit the ground running a little bit with this. And then I've got a silk touched iron pick to get me started and a fortune one. So the early game grind isn't just a grind. We can build towards something quickly. So hopefully that's not a deal breaker for some people. But everything else going away. That goes in here. And then let's grab my fortune pick and we're going to break this. There we go. Can't go back now. Right. So I'm going to just start again. So I've been here briefly in a creative world just to see, like, oh yeah, there's a plains biome here. It's nice and flat. Got loads of some nice terrain to build into. There's a bunch of different trees around nearby. That sort of stuff. That's all I've scoped out previously. I can't go back now. I've done it. So time to start the early game again. And I'll catch up with you when I've done some of that. And we'll talk a bit more about what my plans are going forward. Okay guys, it's been a long time since I've done a voiceover, so bear with me a sec. Right. First thing I did, I turned around, went back to the village right by the portal that I came through, and I just kind of looted it for stuff. Not sure I found anything really, besides iron leggings. which you'll see me wearing there. So I was spying on the ocelot. As I started exploring, I found this mountain, found a dog. That's going to be a recurring theme this episode. Found some calcite, which is good because I like to build with calcite. And also, early game, look for a mountain. Iron spawns up there way more than it is accessible early game underground. So I made sure to get some before I left. Still on the same mountain, I encountered this scary skeleton. I panicked a bit because I only had one piece of armor on. I did have a shield. I had the foresight to make a shield at least. But yeah, he scared me a bit. However, this was the actual scary bit. I got hit twice by this guy with the enchanted bow. And I did render this out in flashback when it goes to first person. So you don't see my health bar, but I was down to 2 hearts after those 2 shots, and I really didn't want to die this quickly and have to like walk back from world spawn 20,000 blocks away. So I was taking it extra cautious there. Little sigh of relief. I did get some bones though, and it wasn't enough to charm this dog, which made me very sad. But having just beaten death like that, I was starting to get a bit reckless, and I only just made this jump. That was a bit silly, but it's okay. We made it. Then I started collecting food. I needed food and also leather bundles. They're so useful. So useful for early game when you don't have shulkers and things. And then we found some horses. Don't have wings now, so I need to get around quicker. And I found a decent horse. Found another village as well, which also meant cats. And we tamed this little guy, which made me very happy. But then I figured it's time to have a little home base, so I'm commandeering this one house in the village. So then I did my first mining trip. I happened to find a mine shaft, found a spider spawner right away. This is me finding my first diamond in a minecart. Very exciting. And then here's me mining some more iron, getting all the iron I can at the start, and boom, creeper jump scare. Don't know how I didn't get killed there. But here's me finding another spider spawner and not getting to make use of it because this guy exploded on it. Found that quite confusing. Then here's me using what I'm calling the slab strut in order to dodge all these guys. Then eventually I made it down to deep slate and found some more diamonds, naturally generated ones this time. Very excited. And then to cap it off, I also found a zombie spawner. Maybe I can turn that into a farm at some point if I need it. Okay. Right. I've done a couple of mining runs. Quick update on... Of course it's raining as soon as I start recording. Quick update. I've been preparing some sugarcane. I've been preparing some bamboo. Been using this for sort of utility wood to make chests and things. Right, here's my haul so far. Some random junk. Just some seeds and stuff I grabbed from minecart chests. Got some name tags and some horse armor. I've decided on a name for this one. We're going to go with Sarek, which is the name of Spock's father. And actually that's why I'm smelting iron in here, is because I want to make an anvil. 3 of those, 1 of those. So we can rename this name tag. And we're going with Spock's father because Spock is the name of my first horse on this world. And that's kind of been the naming convention for horses on Minecraft for me is on Lotus Season 3 we had Leonard. This season on Lotus we've got Quinto. And boom. I wanted to delve into some copper stuff, so hence the copper armor. Anyway, that's just random bits. Boring. Here's some more random bits. I think I didn't include any clips of me finding a geode, but I found a geode. I went down and mined a bunch of deep slate and tuff. And here's my good stuff. Diamonds. I want to make a new silk touch pickaxe. Hopefully I can do that. Let's grab this as well. Oh, let's sleep first actually. And yeah, done so much mining already that my silk touch unbreaking 3 efficiency 4 silk iron pickaxe is already kind of broken. Okay, so let's see how many diamonds we get. What do we think? Ooh, over half a stack, not bad. From 13 ores, I'll take it. Right, so the next thing I want to do is start enchanting. And we're going to do that without using that leftover obsidian from breaking my ender chest. Because I feel like I've already provided myself fully enchanted pickaxes to kind of get a head start with. Let's at least keep going with some grind here. I know there's a pool of lava like right next to me somewhere. I think it's over here. Yeah, here we go. So while I mine up some obsidian, here's a little thing of when I went down mining the second time that I didn't include. I did actually get one little clip, and that's me burrowing down, continuing my staircase down, going deeper, and finding a trial chamber. So I think I'm gonna get some enchanting setup done, hopefully. Which means I need to get books. So I've kept this. I realized, this is stupid. I realized I've got this little pen right here, right next to the house I chose. And I could have put the horse in there. But I think I'm going to grab... Should I grab those cows? I guess I should just... Okay, we're going to bring the horse in here. And we'll keep that pen for cows. I'll breed up some cows. I do have some leather already. We'll use that. And I'll try and get some paper on the go. And yeah, I'll make a temporary enchanting setup and we'll see what we can I'll just put any old enchantments on some gear and then try and do the trial chamber and hopefully find more gear. Okay, starting off, I did get Silk Touch first enchantment, which is very exciting. You can tell by my erratic mouse movements. I'll take it. Yay. And then here's a quick look at the enchantments I got. I just put on any old enchantment on my gear so I could go hopefully survive better. And here's me realizing that this is the first time I've done a trial chamber in my single player world, which is crazy. Did some looting, got all the pots and stuff. I don't do it here, but at some point I realized, oh, I should get all the candles as well, because that's a bit tricky to craft early game. And this is my first time doing a trial chamber with like early game gear. I think I've only ever done them with like my fully enchanted either diamond or netherite. Man, it sucks doing it in copper armor. I'm not even doing like the bad omen potion or anything. This sucked. This was a chore. And here's me dueling with a breeze. This was not fun with low level gear and no feather falling. Did manage to get my first vault key though. And then here's me getting a trim. My first thing, which is pretty cool. Very excited. Then this also, though, if you've noticed, is the worst room. This is my least favorite room in a whole in all trial chambers. The stacked room with skeletons along the top. And I realized, oh, is this why the trapdoors are in here? Are they used for cover like this? Or is it just to stop them, like, skeletons would be too tall to get through the gap? I'm not sure. But, yeah, I had to resort to this because I was clearly being turned into a pincushion the whole time. Still this guy. I didn't even know he was still there. That sucked. But then, it was all worth it because trident. I didn't even know you could get tridents out of a normal bolt. I think this is my last little bit of treasure on the way out. Nothing too fancy. An extra shield though. Double shields on the way out. That's always useful. I'm not sure why I've included this, but here's me healing up one of the iron golems that's around in the village that I'm staying in. And yeah, it's time to take a little journey. This is something I like to do early game, is just to go and get all the different types of sapling. So, took the horse out for a ride, went and found not just saplings, it turns out. I went and got mushrooms as well. I didn't show it, but I also got the brown ones, because I'm not quite sure at this point what I'm building, what sort of blocks that I'll need. Does anyone else do this? They do like the winding stairway up the 2x2 trees. Then you can just mine it all on the way back down. Super satisfying. Here's more dogs. No bones this time. But I'll remember this. I'll remember where they are. Found an azalea tree out in the wild as well. I even got some rooted dirt. Oh, here's a bit of a jump scare. Did not see this fall coming. Once again, I think I got down to like 2 hearts. So there was me just panic eating a golden apple. Acacia wood. I'm always using acacia. Acacia trapdoors. They're like probably my second favourite trapdoor. Another 2x2 tree winding staircase thing. Found another village. Went to loot that. Can't remember if I found anything good there, but it was a nice time. The dreaded mangrove trees. How much of my life have I spent on Minecraft cutting down mangrove trees at this point? Good old cherry grove. Cherry groves are always pretty, don't you think? And here's me making a nether portal. I need to get the nether woods. Luckily I have silk touch now, so I just go in. I think I just grabbed some nylium, the different nyliums, and then grabbed some mushrooms. Did have a couple of scares fighting hoglins. Getting some quartz. Then at some point I remember, oh, I need to go and get pale oak. And on the way I got some terracotta. Went to the desert, I got some sand as well, not just cactus flowers. Then when I get to the pale garden, I figure, well, let's not just get the pale oak saplings. Let's also get a pale heart. Why not? So, oh, here's another little scare I had. Thought I was going to die here. It's okay. I beat them all. I'm just that guy. Yeah, went and claimed my pale heart. Makes a weird noise. Don't know if it's just because it's sped up. It sounds weird. But that's a weird noise, right? I'm not familiar with that sound. Okay, guys, we're back. It has been weeks since I've last played. And, yeah, I think, what was I doing last? Hold on, I made notes on what I was doing. What was I doing? Oh, I was getting all the trees, getting all the tree variants, got all the different saplings. I forgot that pale oak was a thing, so I had to go and get pale oak as well. We went through Mesa. I got some stuff, got some sand I can turn into glass and all that stuff. Got some heads. Did a trial chamber. I cannot for the life of me remember what I've talked about already and what I haven't. But I was really trying to hold on to my first armor set. But I can't even remember how this happened now. I think, what was I fighting? Maybe it was just a random creeper. I went mining without recording it just to get some extra stuff. And a creeper blew up on me and my helmet broke, which is sad, but yeah, it's pretty dire. So, and I added this trapdoor here to stop this guy trying to get in my little hut. This wasn't occupied before, but I put this down outside and now he's trying to sleep in my bed. Anyway, let's save the this armor set, and I think it's time. Where do I keep all my diamonds? Outside, I guess. It's time to make a new armor set. Oh, that's why I went mining. I need some more diamonds, I think, because I'm not really taking care of these items yet. I don't have an XP source, so yeah, getting enchantments and stuff on the go is kind of up in the air at the moment. So, how many levels have I got? 21. I might just do. Let's just see what I get if I put these boots in here, because at the very least, if I'm going to get one good enchantment on these pieces of armor, I would want Feather Falling 4. But I guess, yeah, I'm not even at level 30, so we'll just make do. Oh, and also it's been weeks, and yeah, I'm wearing my. It's almost Christmas, so I'm wearing my Christmas skin. Let me see. Right, what else have I got to do now? Refer back to my notes again. I feel like I'm speaking differently. We had the stream the other day for like our Lotus stream day in December, and I don't know, I feel a bit reinvigorated to play Minecraft again. So yeah, here we are. I've written down look at new stuff. Did I get more new stuff that I haven't shown off yet? Got all these things. I got all this stuff from the trial chamber. What's in here? Oh, I got more diamonds in here. Well, that's cool. Bundle. I mean, I got trim. Put these things away. These, right. There's some things I want to do. Right, I've been thinking about what my builds are going to look like for this new area that we've moved to, and one of the things I want to do is I want to make a little tunnel bore and get a ton of deep slate. I've got a decent amount of deep slate, but it's, you know, back in my pre-existing world, which I'm cut off from. I want to do that. I want to make a tunnel bore. I'll get loads of deep slate. I'll get more diamond and stuff. Hopefully, I'll get a bunch of stuff I can turn into XP. And I've got ideas for these builds now, so I want to start doing a bunch of resource gathering. And before it gets too crazy out here, I've got all these chests all over the place already. I want to move over to where I'm going to actually build some stuff. So I will want to do that. I also want to make a map, just like I have done before in this world. Make a map of the area. It's going to be like over here, I guess. There's one more little quest I want to do before I start doing resource gathering. And that means I'm going to go off back to, what is it, like the old taiga biome, the old pine growth or whatever they call it. And I did see them earlier. I'm pretty sure I caught it on a flashback. There's the black dogs over there. I always want to get the black dog and call it Snuffles. So I'm going to do that. Oh, this is my extra sword just for collecting bamboo because I don't have a farm for it. Yeah, I've got bones somewhere. There we go, bones. And this is my bamboo chest for extra wood and stuff. So yeah, we're going to go take some bones. I'm going to go get a dog. And then, yeah, it's just going to be resource gathering like crazy. I know I need tons of quartz, and I have this much quartz. Oh, and I also, because, you know, copper is such an important part of my world lore aesthetic-wise, I need to find, I know I've found some nearby, beehives. And I need to farm a little bit of honeycombs and honey blocks. That's what I was like. Hold on. That's what I want the emeralds for. I'm not sure where I can find slimes nearby. There's not like a big cavern where like sometimes you'll see, oh, there's slimes here. This must be a slime chunk. I don't really have that down here. At least not as well explored as other places in my world so far. So I was thinking, oh, I should keep some emeralds nearby in case I get a wandering trader who might just sell some. I don't know if they even sell slime, do they? But there's that. But then I realized, oh, I can use honey blocks for the same purpose for the tunnel bore. So yeah. Anyway, let's go on the little quest and then start. Not even building. Start resource gathering. And probably move all this stuff over. And yeah, we'll talk more about what I'm actually planning to do here. Okay. On the quest back to looking for those black dogs, did see some more animals. And it's reminding me, I've said this on stream a bunch before, but please, Mojang, give us the ability to tame other animals. Make it difficult. I want a fox. I want a fox that's like tamed and lives in my base. And speaking of making it difficult, this guy was not interested, but we got him in the end. Yay, very happy. Nice picturesque tree burning down as well. Let's get out of here. Then the aforementioned hive that I needed. Do a quick run around, make sure there's no more bees coming back. And, oh, that's right, I already had the campfire set up. Boom. And then here's my tunnel bore. And the design that I used, the guy says in the video, oh, you can use honey blocks if you like, but clearly it didn't work. So I went and found another trial, not just one trial chamber, I went and found 2 more trial chambers. The first one didn't spawn any slimes in, so this was the second other one that I found. And I get some slime. So I get enough that I can use slime blocks for the blocks where he didn't say you can use honey blocks here. This is a bit hectic. This is a bad combo, right? Bogged and slimes. But yeah, here we go. Try again. And boom. Still doesn't work. So I figure, okay, it needs to be all slime blocks. Forget it. Get rid of the honey. I have to go back and get even more slime. Because I only got enough to do those 3 blocks. Pretty sure I got more keys here as well, but I don't remember getting any more treasure. But I am recording this nearly 2 months after it happened, so who knows. Okay guys, it is maybe a month since I last recorded something. Oh god, I've been sick for the past few weeks, and before that there was the Lotus Christmas event stuff happening, so I was helping with that. I can just about speak. Uh, not for very long before I start having a coughing fit. So I'll try and keep this little bit concise as possible. So I've played a lot since well in this interim where I haven't really been able to speak. I actually lost my voice for like a week. Got whatever bug, whatever flu has been going around, and oh man, I haven't felt this bad since COVID. Since having COVID like the first time. So yeah, it really laid me out for quite a while. Anyway, uh, I've played a lot. I've done a lot of resource gathering. If we look, um, if we look over here, there's some chests over there with materials. Got some more here, all full of stuff. I've designed 3 buildings so far. Can't remember what I've actually talked about in regards to like plans and things. I might have done it in a voiceover, but basically, there is another set of chests over there, but they're out of render distance. 3 different races that live in my world, or have done at some point. There's humans who will have a house over here, a house over here. Elves will be over there, and dwarves, I think, will be over here somewhere. That's the one building I haven't done yet, haven't designed yet in creative. But there's people from these different groups who have kind of found each other and founded what will be a village in this area. These guys, if I just look at some of the block palette, these guys, they're from my starter village. That's where they hail from. So we have a lot of copper, and then we have a lot of spruce and stone and deep slate and stuff. I'm going to start with this one though. That's going to be the build for this episode. And then we've got this one and the elf building. That's almost ready to go. Basically, I've got everything except quartz. I thought, oh, I'll go mine quartz. It's just not feasible. That's what all this is for. I've got a kind of manual, kind of little farms going, so I can trade with villagers for emeralds, and then trade for quartz. It's been slow going because I don't have all my resources. I thought, oh, I don't need that much, because I did need a bit for these 2 buildings as well. And then I realized, oh wait, the elvish building needs tons of quartz. So I've made this little pod up here to AFK in. And then this little platform is where I was growing spruce trees. I was getting some crimson wood, which I need for the elf stuff. So I'll clean all this up. And then, yeah, we'll get on with the building. Oh, again, I can't remember what I've done. I don't think I've shown this yet. Which way runs it? This way. Here we go. As I tend to try and do in this world, I've taken a blank map of like the area before I started building. So, in fact, there's one more thing I need to do. Let's take Sarek here for a quick journey to the nether portal that I used to get here in the first place. Okay, here's the little chest that I left at the beginning. We're ignoring the obsidian still. This is what I need, because when I've finished building this first house, I need to mark it. I need to mark the date, because that's what I normally do when I start a new project. I mark it so the history of my world here is all kind of recorded in real time. I'll put it over here. That way I remember to use these when I'm done building. Yeah, as I say, I'll tidy this stuff up. It's a bit of an eyesore. Maybe chop down the bamboo as well. I've got got a decent amount of bamboo set aside for like utility wood usage. Oh, and I've got this. I don't know if I talked about this. I needed to wax some copper. I think I might have talked about this as well already in voiceover, but I thought I could make my tunnel bore with honey blocks. Not the case, apparently. I did go and get some slime, and then realised actually I had enough deep slate in order to get these first builds done anyway, so that couldn't wait. That can just wait until I need more deep slate. But yeah, I'll get this stuff done, clear this stuff up, get the build done, and then we'll have a look. And yeah, I'll talk a bit more about what my plans are for this area. And yeah. Oh, also, it's the new year, so I'm back in my winter skin. Okay, I'll see you when I'm done building. I'm done. Guess who didn't light up the ceiling, the loft? We'll deal with that in a second. Yeah, we're done. We've founded Bright Hollow, which is going to be the name of this village when it's built. I'm calling it Bright Hollow because it's going to be a village where elves, dwarves, and humans have all come together. They all live here. I don't know how much I've said already or if I've said anything yet in voiceover, because I haven't edited any of this yet. I'm gonna walk away to hopefully despawn those hostile mobs that are hanging around in the roof up there. And hopefully sleep as well. Yeah, so the kind of creation of this place was two human families on the road looking to start fresh somewhere else. One of the families from Verdigby, my starter village, they will have been the relatives, members of the Stevenson family, who were quite important in my town that I built, and even featuring the perpetuals as well in superhero place. That's what this house is going to be up here when I get around to building this one. That's going to be their house. But there was another human family who traveled with them. I don't have a name for them yet, but they're from another settlement. And yeah, so I've gone a different architectural blueprint, I guess, aesthetic compared to the Stevenson kind of starter village style, which is all like Tudor inspired and so on. Yeah, before we have a look around, then the other thing that happens while they're traveling is they run into a group of dwarves. They're out on the surface, out to go on a little adventure or something, and they end up, I don't know, they end up sharing bread together or something over a campfire, and the dwarves decide to come with them. And then when they get here, there will be, at some point, I have no idea where I'm going to build these yet, how close they're going to be to the village or whatever, but there'll be some really old elf ruins, which is, if you're familiar with my previous lore stuff, it's kind of counter to the elf temperament. They have this caretaker character who sticks around and kind of makes sure all their old settlements and things, they're all magically preserved to kind of preserve their mark on the world now that they've left it. But these will be such ancient elf structures that they weren't made of quartz, they were made of stone, and they've crumbled. So those elves were nearby, and when the humans and the dwarves came, they were like, "Oh, what's going on over here?" I have more detailed lore if anyone's interested. I have been working on it. I haven't come up with any backstory for this family yet, though. Yeah, then they all get together. They all decide to set up a settlement together, and my idea for how this place is going to work is each of these families, there'll be the dwarf family, the elf family, and then the two human families. Their kind of initial houses, their ancestral home in this settlement, will be kind of the main thing in each race's or group's style. And then the rest of the village will be varying degrees of mixing and matching those things. So there will be more Japanese style roofs showing up in maybe the elf style structures that are elsewhere in the village. This sort of thing, like dwarven architecture, which I'm still trying to figure out. That's something I haven't done much of yet in this world, figuring that stuff out. But features of that will start showing up in the human buildings and so on and so forth. But anyway, that's still a long way away. I'm still really sick. It's been a couple of days that I took to build this, but my throat's a little clearer, and I've got my tea with me, which is rapidly going cold. But yeah, let's have a look at this. First thing, if I do a quick free cam, the initial building was probably this central bit. And the thing I've tried to do with this, the Stevenson house, and the elf building, the elf house so far, is I wanted them to kind of be modular. These are like the first houses built in the settlement, and over time they've expanded. As the like prosperity of the village increased over time, they've been able to like add on extra little bits to the buildings and so on. That's why this is quite a different color. Typical, it starts raining when I'm about to do the walkthrough. So I tried to do a lot on the outside. I haven't done an interior. I don't know if or which one of these houses that I build is going to be like my little base while I'm here. But yeah, I definitely tried to dress up the outside I wanted that to be done when I've done this. I think I need to cut this back a bit more. This is meant to be like the back garden area, and yeah. At some point, this is something that I've wanted to do with other settlements, but I just don't have the heart to do it because it's going to be a really big job. Is I want to do an outer wall around the place. With the way I've got my law set up, it's like, yeah, every settlement would have a defensive wall around it because there's just like the hostile mobs, big mobs of zombies and things walking around. There will definitely be walls around every settlement. So maybe there's a wall behind here that I can cut the terrain back into. Yeah, I want a bit more like featuring bamboo in the little vegetation bits around here, to fit in with the more Japanese inspired architecture. I like this little bit out here that's all like there's like a little workshop here. Maybe I'll put some tools in here. Maybe when I get my actual gear back, or my netherite stuff, I'll put the stuff that I used in the meantime on here as like a little tool rack or something. Got all these little bits. I've got these mini cherry trees, which I quite like. I tried to honor the kind of actual style of the Minecraft cherry trees. I've got another little one up there, which I quite like. But yeah, there's not really much to show inside, unfortunately. Ooh. I didn't anticipate that will trigger these as well. That's interesting. Yeah, I do have all these little rooms portioned out though. So if I do come to do an interior in here, I like this little recessed bit as well. That's quite funky. Yeah, I've got all this stuff kind of worked out, and then this is just gonna live here. Maybe I will make this my main little house base thing in the meantime while I'm working on this place. How great are shelves? I love the shelves so much. It's such a great new building block. These are just little rooms. Did I show this one yet? No, just little cupboards, I guess. I don't know. This is where the staircase is up to the top, but here's the inside of the tower. We'll go up here, I guess. Got the little balcony thing over here. Got a little sun lounger type thing. Quite like this little bit. And then, up here, I think there's just nothing. Oh, there's the little walkway out here. Around the top. I can't remember. It's been a while since I've designed these buildings now. I can't remember what the Stevenson house looks like exactly. But I know this building, I wanted to have a tower, and the elf building, I wanted to have a tower. For two reasons. I figured these will be probably on the edges of the village. The Stevenson house will go over here, and it'll be more central to the village, filling in this space. But the ones on the edges, I figured you would have a taller structure, even though, like I've just said that this is probably added later. You would want a tall structure to see any threat coming. So I guess I need to cut the trees back here as well. Maybe cut them back to here. Just from a defensive perspective, if you would want to see a zombie horde approaching and whatnot. Quite like this little bit. So I'm just like, I didn't really know what else to put here to kind of have like, I wanted to have like shelving or something out here. I don't know if this does become a place that I use as a base. Some extra storage out here would be nice. I don't know. And then in here, yeah, I don't really know what to do with these rooms. Here's the staircase down. Here's a little bit on the back, which I think looks kind of cool. And there's this room, which is a bit weird. But this then goes out onto this little balcony, which I quite like. I quite like the colours. The what is this, white terracotta and the cherry planks mixed with spruce and the, which one is this? Weathered copper. That's something that I used in my flower shop on Lotus, and I really wanted to do that again, so that's why that's there. And I like all these extra colours. I think they all kind of, there's like a mutedness to mangrove, which I think works with it quite nicely. And then torch spam as well, which is a bit embarrassing, but I don't have an interior worked out, so that's my excuse, I guess. When did this become a thing, right? I need to ask this. When you have something being bordered by petals, or the leaves do it as well, the leaf litter, when did it start doing this, where it fills it in? Is that a mod that I have that I don't realize is doing that, or is that a vanilla feature? I should mention as well, I am on the newest version now. I haven't done any new version stuff yet. I was hoping to maybe do some of that on stream, but I've been struggling to not cough. But yeah, there's the build. There's, ooh, hello, Mr. Spot. I'm quite happy with how this came out. I've never done anything with the kind of the Japanese style. I've always wanted to. One of the other ideas I've had for my world is doing villages in each of the different biomes. I would have tried to do different like cultural styles and things. So one of them would end up being Japanese. So maybe that's where this family has come from. If I ever get around to that, doing that village. I have a foundation for that in my world now to work from. So yeah, guys, it's been a long time since I did a Minecraft video, and it's been a long time since I've done anything on the channel, really. But I think I have had a long enough break now from Minecraft where I'm excited to play again. I've got stuff. I've done a lot of work behind the scenes on this village, getting these few buildings designed, grinding, playing early game Minecraft again. I've got all these tools and things which kind of just, I mean, I did get some decent enchantments on some of it, but some of it's just like to keep it going, basically, to get by until I get my stuff back. I figure the plan is I'll get my stuff back when I've defeated a boss. I need to defeat one of the Minecraft bosses, and I'm thinking I might beat a wither so that I can go and make a beacon and mine for resources over here, so I don't have to keep ferrying stuff back. When I get my things back, I don't have to ferry stuff back from my town. Yeah, please let me know what you think about the building and the lore. If you want to know more of the lore stuff, I will get to it eventually, but feel free to leave a comment asking, and I'll talk about it next episode, or come by stream sometime, and maybe we can chat about it on there if you want to know more. And if you're normally here for Lotus stuff, I've also done so much progress designing my base, so I'm definitely ready to do some more work on that. Now that I've scratched my solo world itch a little bit, I've got that on the back burner as well, ready to go. And yeah, I've been working on this video for like 2 months now, like recording stuff, just playing and getting resources, things designed and all this stuff. So hopefully I was able to edit something together that was coherent. We'll see. But yeah, that's going to be it for this one, guys. If you wouldn't mind helping me out, maybe you could hit like on the video, And if you want to see more of this or kind of keep up with when I post stuff on Lotus again or when I start streaming again, please hit the subscribe button. But yeah, that's it from me, guys. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.